The chapter is metal in our surrounding. Okay, so first question is, why do gas exert pressure?
Gases have least intermolecular force of attraction between their particles. The particles of gas have more space between them. As the particles of gas have more space between them, they move randomly in all directions. As the particles of gas move randomly in all directions, they collide with each other as well as the wall of the container in which they kept. So, the gases exert pressure on the wall of the container in which they are kept.
What happened? Next question is, what happened to the particles when salt dissolved in water?
When the particles of salt dissolve in water, the particles of salt are generally very small in size and they occupy the spaces between the particles of gas. Hence, there is no rise in the volume of the water as the salt particles occupy the space between the water particles.
Okay, next question is, what is the chemical name of dry ice?
The chemical name of dry ice is solid carbon dioxide. CO2.
CO2, correct. Why is heat energy needed to melt a solid?
Heat energy is needed to melt a solid because when heat is passes through any substance, it increases the kinetic energy of the particles, and due to increase in the kinetic energy, the particles move faster. As the particles move faster, their bond of attraction between them broken, and the solid convert into liquid.
Why solid carbon dioxide is called dry ice?
The solid carbon dioxide is called dry ice because it is not generally like the normal ice, and when it doesn't melt and it directly convert into gas carbon dioxide by the process of sublimation.
Okay, say two factors which will increase rate of evaporation.
The factors which will increase the rate of evaporation are surface area, temperature and wind speed.
Why do we keep ether and acetone at cool place?
We kept ether and acetone at the cool place because ether and acetone evaporate quickly as it gain the energy from the surrounding and evaporate easily. Hence, it place in the cool places, kept in the cool places.
Again, repeat the answer.
The ether and acetones are highly the ether and acetone evaporate easily at the room temperature as they have the low boiling point, and the ether and acetone are kept at the room temperature to avoid such evaporation.
Okay, why solid carbon dioxide is called dry ice? I think we already completed, no? Okay, now next question is, what is sublimation, and name two substance which undergo sublimation.
The process of conversion of solid into gases without passing through liquid state upon heating is known as sublimation. Some examples of substances which undergo sublimation are naphthalene ball, iodine, camphor, ammonium chloride, etc.
Okay, why does steam cause more burn than boiling water?
The steam causes more burn than boiling water because it releases the latent heat which it already taken during vaporization.
Okay, correct. Now you have to compare force of attraction between iron, rubber band and chalk.
The iron have more force of attraction than the chalk and the rubber band. When we hammered a iron rod with a when we hammer iron with a piece of hot rod, it doesn't break as the force of attraction between the particles of iron are high. But when we apply force on the rubber band, it breaks after some time when we apply great force, and the chalk also get powder when we apply force on it. So the iron have more force of attraction between as compared to rubber band and chalk.
Why do we wear cotton cloths in summer?
We wear cotton cloth in summer because cotton is a good absorber of sweat, and it absorbs sweat from our body and help us to feel comfortable during summer days.
Why do we feel cold when we keep acetone or ether on our palm?
When we keep acetone and ether in the palm, we feel cold because The ether and acetone are evaporate easily at room temperature, and it gain energy from our palm or surrounding and evaporate. Thus, it cause cooling on our palm.
Okay, now next question is describe the factor affecting evaporation.
The factors affecting evaporation are temperature, surface area, humidity, and wind speed. Temperature is directly proportional to evaporation. As the temperature increase, the rate of evaporation also increase. Humidity is inversely proportional to evaporation. If the rate of humidity increase, then the rate of evaporation decrease. Surface area, the surface area is also directly proportional to evaporation. If the surface area increase, then the rate of evaporation also increase. And wind speed is also directly proportional to evaporation. If the rate of wind speed increase, then the rate of evaporation also increase.
Last but not the least, why does a desert cooler cool better on hot, dry day?
On the hot, dry days, the temperature is generally high and the humidity is low.
The rate of
And due to increase in the temperature and low humidity, the evaporation become faster. And the desert cooler work on the principle of evaporation, and the water that the desert cooler receive from the surrounding get evaporate and is cause cooling to the pads of the desert cooler, and the cold water come out from the desert cooler.